Okay, Rod, so a 2-1 defeat away to Slough Town today. A game with just chance after chance. Just wasn't our day today, was it?
No, it's been a tough day at the office, and you know, as I say, on reflection of the game, their managers both walked off and said, "Look, you deserve something out of that game." I mean, you know, it's a lovely position to be in as a manager when you can say that and you've got the 3 points. But I knew that. I don't need people to tell me that. I knew today that we really deserved to get something out of the game. I'll probably be disappointed with only taking a draw, so to get beat, I'm obviously more so disappointed. Obviously, you know, what makes it very difficult, and this is where I feel for the lads, because for whatever the situation is or the reason, you know, we keep giving teams a lead. And I looked at their first goal, I think it was a Sam Higgins own goal from what I'm being told, but whatever it was, it looked like there was a big hole at the far post. But we shouldn't be giving these cheap corners away, and I say every week. People don't understand that if you give cheap corners away, you get hurt. We see one last week, I see the other one, I think today the ball's gone out, and Scotty Davies has got two of my players around him and still managed to sort of keep the ball alive, and then they get another corner out of it, although Welch says quite clearly it wasn't a corner. This is the way it is at the minute. It's just very much, you know, lady luck, chips are down. Things are really tough, and you know, we've had to come here today really sort of struggling, and Billy not failed the warm up, and then we lose Mickey, who looks like another long-term injury, to add to the list of long-term injuries. So I don't want to use that as an excuse, because you've seen enough out there today. Even with Mickey and Billy being off the pitch, we've absolutely dominated the game. And I think to come to a place like Slough and probably have, I would think, 60-40 over the course of the game, I would think you've got to say that's got to be a good performance. But listen, they died for the calls. We've hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times here today, crossbar post. I think we've had a few penalty shouts, 2 or 3, they got 1, we got none. And obviously, you know, then some of it, you know, we've been very unfortunate. It's just fish past the post. Joel's had overhead kick. Chez has had one that's gone foot over the bar. I don't know, probably on reflection of the game today, we probably can have, I'd say there could have been 10 that could have went in for us, maybe more. But I don't see where Pets has had to do a lot all game. It was just pretty much, they'd scored. I understand sometimes when you score goals and you go 2-0 up, you sort of sit off a little bit, and they did that, and we just kept probing and going. They had little spells in the second half, but other than that, we pretty much dominated it. And to score the goal at a good time really then looked like it was game on. I thought the supporters were outstanding today. You know, they really dug behind us and really give us, you know, what we needed. And I'm just gutted that we couldn't get that equaliser at the end. But when people say we've thrown the kitchen sink at, and we've thrown a lot more than that today. And as I say, rubber the green, a little bit of a kind of decision off the referees or the officials, and one of them just sort of, probably sometimes today we've caught them too well. But as I say, I stand here yet with a defeat away from home against a team that's in form, and you know, I think we've showed a good account of ourselves. So for me, anybody questions of them players playing for themselves, playing for me, playing for this shirt, playing for this football club, you just got to take that game here today. And it's just a shame we can't eradicate these silly mistakes, because with the experience I have in this football team, these should be happening. I'm sorry, not from, that's from just sort of, you know, goalkeepers to defenders to midfielders coming back when they have to wide players. We've got so much experience and presence and height from them in this team that really set pieces should be something that we are very, very good at, and that's for and against. And yet again today, you know, a ball's whipped in our 6-yard box, and you know, I don't know, I'd have to look at it, because sometimes I say the wrong things when I'm in front of you, as far as that's what I see at the time. And then when I look at it again, it's not always quite as clear as that. So I'm going to hold judgment on how the goal went in. Second goal for me, I thought was, I don't know. Listen, we can't play like that on the edge of our box, and Church has got to be better than that. You know, he had plenty of time to make a decision. I think when he watches it, he'll be disappointed that he's actually got a lot of time. But same again, people have got to communicate. People have got to tell him, you know. pick a pass, drive out, clear your lines, whatever. He's opted to try and play something back to Petney, and to be fair, I can't blame Cole. Their centre forward was very proactive, and he read it well, and to be fair, it was just unfortunate coming together. But yeah, on this type of surface, you know, them type of balls can be really dangerous, and you know, they've sniffed it out. A bit disappointed with the penalties. I don't think it was the greatest of penalties, and we knew a little bit about where it should have went, but we never picked up on that. So little fine margins today have basically put us 2-0 down. But overall, if you actually said to me, was I pleased with the performance? Was it an honest performance? Did we play some good football? Was it the shape? Was it this? Was it that? No, today I thought we were very good other than the silly goals.
And you brought Mickey Spillane back into the starting 11 today after 2 games on the bench. Unfortunately, he then got injured. But what can you tell us about that injury that caused the Mickey today?
Looks a bad one. Looks a bad one. Elliot wasn't here today. He was at a funeral. We had a couple of players that we were going to bring in yesterday that unfortunately never got over the line. And obviously Mickey's Mickey, and we felt, you know, today was the right time for him to come in and get back to being the Mickey Spillane that we know he can be. So we put him straight back in, and I thought he started the game very well. It was one of them balls there that I think, to be fair, their lad looks like he's come off a lot better. But we knew it was a not good one, so there's Mickey done it. So there's another one that goes with the list. So when you look at this today, you know, we're 5 down. We're 5 players down out of the squad. And we've only literally, like we did away at Eastbourne, we only had 2 subs today. We only had 3 that could go on the field of play. So, you know, and at the minute, you know, I can't really, through budget and other circumstances, I can't bring anything in. So, you know, very tough. But looking at some positives, I thought Andy Fennell went on today. You know, just going back to that, yes, we're going to be disappointed to lose Mickey, but I reckon that'll be a 6 to 8 week if he has done the medial. So that could be another long term. And then obviously I thought Fennell come on and made a good impact. I thought Tom Knowles done okay in his debut. You can tell that he needs this level of football. He needs to just work a bit more on what goes on when he ain't got the ball. But I felt when he had the ball, he showed some bright chances and nearly scored us, put us 1-0 up early on, good block. So yeah, overall I've got to say, and you know, I can't fault any of them. I thought the subs come on and done their jobs. I thought the boys had a go. I just wished I could just eradicate them 2 silly goals, and you know, one was an own goal, one was a back pass that got intercepted, and we give away a penalty. And you know, so, and then Pets took a yellow card on the back of that. So if you take that away, give us a little bit more rubber to green, maybe get the odd decision that we felt we should have got off the referee. But you've only got to look at our players' reactions on 2 or 3 situations. Who knows, I could be standing here and we could have actually had a great win away. But I've got to take this, you know, take this as take the positives out of what we've tried to achieve here today. Under the circumstances, under the decisions of losing Billy and losing Mickey early on. And we just got to ride them positives on the fact is that we finished very well. And, you know, I think anybody, neutrals or yourselves, would all say that they've seen Chelmsford have a right go here today. So, whilst I've got that fighting spirit, I'll keep going. We just have to try and hopefully, you know, things happen off the park and we can try and do a bit of business, because that certainly needs to be done. But overall, listen, I'm disappointed with the result, because dropping 3 points any time of the season is always disappointing for any manager. But I'm pleased with the positives and the way we played today, because I didn't see a lot wrong with us. And although there is a lot wrong with us, I won't think you'd see that today, because the boys have gone out there and wore their heart on their sleeve. So whilst we do that, you know, we'll go again against Dorking on Saturday. We're at home, and you know, we'll give it our best shot to try and overturn these 3 points we lost today.